Zelda. How many of the Zelda games have you played?
Not many, honestly.
I've played quite a few of them.
So I played Ocarina of Time. I've played a little bit of Twilight Princess.
Wind Waker.
Wind Waker was phenomenal. And then I read a little bit about Breath of the Wild.
I play Breath of the Wild.
So I think, and this is personally, I think there are 2 Zelda games that belong in S tier here. One being Ocarina of Time. Hands down, it's just phenomenal. Not only was it revolutionary, but it actually was a phenomenal game to this day.
I love that game.
To this day, it's still great.
It's one of my favorite video games.
And then we got to talk about Breath of the Wild. It's literally like Skyrim for Zelda.
It's actually one of my favorite open world games.
It is.
It's the most fun.
And it's like, you can, if you want to be that speed guy, you can go straight and face Ganondorf in like 2.5 minutes.
You don't even have to go and do all the missions. You can just go to the castle.
Go straight and be like, what up, bruh?
You'll probably get destroyed, but...
Actually, I think, well, obviously,
well, some
there's probably a
can
video that somebody's done it.
Yeah, but like...
Probably a 20-minute video, though.
I liked the exploring element. In terms of Zelda, I've played a good chunk of the games, and I think Majora's Mask is about the same like level as Ocarina of Time, to be honest.
So you think it's S level?
I do.
Wow.
It's also one of my favorite Zelda games.
Bold statement. Well, since I haven't played it, we got to put all 3 in there then.
All right.
Because I can't judge you.
Okay.
And then I truly think every single one, but the Game Boy ones, because the Game Boy ones were okay, but they're really basic.
I think A Link to the Past and Link's Awakening are good. So have you played Skyward Sword?
Uh-uh.
Okay. That's like the origin of Zelda, is like in Skyward Sword. But in terms of that, I think Twilight Princess is way better than Skyward Sword, in my opinion.
Played
Twilight Princess.
Oh, that's A. Okay. Getting into the Metroid. So crazy thing about Metroid was way more successful in the Americas than in Japan. It's one of the few Nintendo games that when they launched did better in America than in Japan. So the first Metroid, I think, is phenomenal. So
it also created a genre of game.
Honestly, I would have to put Metroid in the S quadrant as well. And the Game Boy one, I would even put in A, which that one I have nostalgia with. It was great. Very difficult, but most difficult games are great.
Metroidvania games are hard. Because when I played Metroid, I think I even put a video up on it that I didn't get very far. I was struggling for a while.
Yeah, so, and then just to talk about Metroid Prime, the one for the GameCube, which is that one right there. That one, I believe, deserves a spot in the A or S section. But I really don't know where to put it because that Metroid Prime on GameCube was the first 3D first-person shooter for it, and it did phenomenally well. And it was a long-awaited Metroid game. Very long-awaited.
I did hear the Metroid Prime was pretty...
It's honestly rated one of the top 10 GameCube games ever made.
In terms of like the gameplay, like the design,
gameplay, story design, the soundtrack. That's actually a soundtrack that people really love too, for its time. So
do you think it's S tier?
Yeah, I think it's an S tier game. Yeah.
Alright, boom. Metroid Prime, an S tier.
Cool.
Luigi's Mansion.
Oh yeah, Luigi's Mansion.
Man, I would put that in S tier.
Yeah, go right ahead.
I would put both this one and the new one in S tier. It's super fun and satisfying, especially to get all the money and shit.
You're the one that played it. I just watched you play it. So.
Dude, I don't know, like collecting all that money, man. Even though it's the same shit over and over again.
Money.
I love that shit. So, and when you find like a secret space that has all this money, I'm like, I don't need any more money. But there's more money.
It's like, if you can, why not? So for me, Luigi's Mansion was a phenomenal game. It was revolutionary. I love Luigi having his own game. It belongs in the S tier. But if I have any critiques about the Luigi game, it was a really fast game. Like
it was short.
You beat that game fast.
I know. I remember like we would wander around thinking there was more to the game, and we couldn't find anything.
It literally was like, even the mansion didn't seem like a mansion. Like it was just like, no, that's it. You know?
It has a lot of character.
Yeah.
Like Luigi getting all scared and walking around like this.
That's the only thing. I wish they didn't make Luigi so scared, but I do like your point that you made about how it really brings out the bravery of Luigi.
Yeah, because he's scared shitless, but he's still trying to save everybody.
Which, if we're all being honest, if all we had was a freaking vacuum to fight all these ghosts and we were in the real life, like, most of us wouldn't have the balls to do what he did, and most of us would be scared like him. Yeah. I probably wouldn't even pick up money because I wouldn't be giving a shit about money. I'd be like, I just need to get Mario and go, man.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to buy myself a new mansion, okay?
Absolutely. That's not haunted.
Yeah. A real mansion.
Yeah. So, 64 or country? Which one's going in S?
Country.
Yeah, let's do that.
Donkey Kong Country. Dude, that game is like the best fucking Donkey Kong game in my opinion.
And if we could talk about that for a second, it had so much going on.
Oh yeah.
Like you had water levels. I mean, it basically was Mario, but different. Like, I didn't feel like it was a Mario game. And then let's talk about the rail levels, okay? Where you're riding.
That shit.
That was awesome. Okay. Very.
Okay, that shit gives me nightmare feelings. I got PTSD from those rail levels.
You're like, I didn't press it in time. No. You know, to this day, like, because I have it on the Wii now, and like my son's still like, how the F do you do that? You know what I mean?
It's
like,
just we just played it so much.
But you know what they do in the Wii one? There's a new one. It's like you're flying on a barrel, but there's no control. Like, you have to literally like tap the button the whole time just to give yourself a little.
It's like playing Flappy Bird.
Literally, that's a great analogy. It literally is like that. Literally is like that. I'm not even joking. Like, you have to play it like Flappy Bird or you die. Like, there's just no holding the button. Like, you know, you just can't. The new one, The Returns, I played that. That one can go in put it in B.
I did
put it in B.
I did play that
it's decent. It's I'm not gonna lie, like, the graphics are great.
That haven't played section's getting quite big, man.
Yeah, losing respect. I'm just kidding.
We're not real gamers.
Right. How y'all make a video about Nintendo games you ain't played half?
We played the good ones.
That is true. We did. Cool. Yoshi's Island, the original, I would give it. So, there are a lot of people who love Yoshi's Island. Like, the OG Yoshi's Island is, like, up there. So, out of respect, I would give that one at least a B.
So, I only played one Wario game, and I don't even know which one it is.
So, Game and Wario, you see that one right there? Right there, that one? That one I'd put at a D.
Oh, sorry, Wario.
So, Wario's going in D
Wario.
because Wario's a villain. When I played it, there's a reason why I didn't play it that much, because I just didn't like it. And maybe that's biased because I didn't like Wario as a character either. But, yeah, he's alright.
Wario looked like he should have a Tommy gun.
Yeah.
Him and Waluigi.
Yeah. Waluigi's even uglier, but at least I liked him a little bit more.
He looked like he would steal your grandma's cookies. Kirby's Dream Land 2. I only played the first one, which is...
So let's talk about the Kirby games. Kirby's are great. I like Kirby. I like the,
Did you play the original Kirby? This one? Right?
No, I did not actually.
It's pretty good. It's like a Mario style game, but like Kirby can obviously like float and shit and suck
float,
stuff in.
You know,
shoot it back out.
acquire certain attributes.
Like, I don't remember if you could actually change powers in the original one.
Not the original, no. You would just eat it after a while.
I thought it was a good game.
So the whole concept of Kirby is funny because it's been explained that Kirby can eat anything, and Kirby has like a galaxy in its belly.
Yeah,
like it
I know.
Literally like is never ending.
Kirby could defeat Goku. Okay.
It's kind of funny, but if Goku let Kirby eat him, he's done. Because just the way Kirby's made, like, it was explained to me that like Kirby's like impenetrable.
How do they not have Kirby's Avalanche, man?
I know, they don't have Kirby's Avalanche. So Kirby's Avalanche was a Super Nintendo game that basically was kind of like Tetris, but at the same time, when you deleted a row or had combos, similar to like if you do like Candy Crush or something along those lines, it would actually affect your opponent in dropping clear colored pieces, for lack of a better word, to make it harder, which obviously, you know, and same thing in Tetris, or you get all the way to the top, you lose, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so...
it was addicting.
It was very addicting. It was very awesome. I would put it at probably a B, personally.
Yeah. I would put it in A because it was like my favorite Kirby game out of all of them.
And that's cool. And honestly, it was great. I just I never got that far in it. Like I got to like the 4th, 5th, maybe even the 6th person.
I got to
But
8.
like,
I got to 8, and
you
it
can
was
imagine
so
the
hard.
difficulty level, right?
Yeah.
Like we're talking like it was.
And it starts going so fucking fast that you can't even process what's happening anymore. Starfox.
Getting into a category that I love a lot, but also dislike at the same time. And the reason I love it is for a specific game for Starfox Adventures.
Starfox Adventures is great.
I also want to give Starfox credit for creating something new. So at this time, nobody had really done the concept of using a spaceship. And if you go to the Super Nintendo one, which is the first one I played, it was almost like you were ground level, flying on this planet, dodging things, shooting enemies, and it was quite difficult. But at the same time, it was great because of the whole, the view. You were kind of like a first-person view, flying this spaceship. You can go to third person, and you're just dodging things, bobbing and weaving and shooting and trying to not die. And so for me, the original Starfox, which one is that? Is that the one on Super Nintendo?
Yeah, that's Super Nintendo.
Awesome. So it is the one that I played. So I would have to put that one at an A. And Starfox was great, but if I'm going to put any of the Starfox in the S tier, it is going to be Starfox Adventures. And if you haven't played Starfox Adventures, basically you took this spaceship shooting guy, crash land him on a planet, and he saves this planet. And I really loved it. And it was like and it kind of had the fight style of Zelda, because you could lock on the enemy, bob and weave, circle around, and then you had you have a staff, which is kind of my favorite weapon. So.
Did we play any of the other Starfox games?
Nope.
Did you play Animal Crossing?
Yes, I did. So Animal Crossing, the original one on GameCube, I believe, was pretty cool. I mean, it honestly, I think it deserves a spot in the S category simply because of the concept itself. It kind of was the original Sims.
Yeah.
Like, it literally was the original Sims. And the concept itself has been utilized in so many different platforms, and I just think it was great. Yeah, you got to have a job, you had a home, all that stuff. So,
and a lot of people have gotten addicted to Animal Crossing nowadays because the new one that came out.
It's on the Switch, yeah.
Yeah. So they really brought it back because there's not that many Animal Crossing games, and but people still remember it.
Yeah, and I think the new Animal Crossing deserves a spot in A. It's great.